We're going to go ahead and start the party on this presentation. So let me share my screen. Okay, wonderful. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a chance to introduce our presenters this afternoon. And so again, this is our virtual hair party celebration. For those of you who've ever been frustrated with your hair, oh my goodness, you're going to love, 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 love this segment because we have a chance to hear from the ultimate hair specialist. And so again, this is our virtual hair party. We host this every Monday. So make sure you get your hairstylist and your barber on this Zoom, okay? And so the Zoom ID number is the same every week. And since you're on the Zoom, we know you have the password, which is 710. And that's gonna be the same password every week, so no excuses. And so again, we're gonna hear from our trichologist, Doris Mosley. Before we do that, I'm gonna actually bring up our first presenter. And as we're doing that, let us know who's out there. Let us know who invited you on the line. If there's any guests out there, we wanna hear from you. We wanna let you know where you're tuning in from and maybe who put you on the line this morning. If you're a stylist or if you're a barber, let us know who you are. Maybe you have a salon or maybe you have a place that we need to come visit. We want to support you, okay? This is really about collaborating with business owners who we want to help support you during this pandemic to make sure you're able to continue to grow your business. And so now that we've done roll call, I'm going to let Kathy come up and officially do the presentation. And so Kathy Weathersby, she is someone who is so near and dear to my heart. I mean, we've not only been business partners, but for friends for more than a decade. She is one of the best presenters. We love her energy and everything she brings to the table. She's a financial planner by trade. In fact, she's also the VP of Finance for Wakanna for Life. And she's also building a business here with Wakanna, and we're super proud of all that she's done. So without any further ado, Kathy Weathersby, we are turning it over to you. Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All righty. Well, you can start the slides. I sure appreciate the opportunity to share, especially to always be connected to you, Melissa. It's actually been since 2006 that I met you. So 14 years that I get a chance to meet you and be part of that program that you always have as a mentor and just really be a part of your team, but more importantly, to become your friend. So I feel honored to be in that number. So guys, welcome. This is our virtual hair party, and we're going to talk about how CBD, Dr. Allen actually is going to talk about CBD. So we'll look at this video.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to rush you.
You weren't? No. You go ahead and play that part.
Okay, great. We're going to play about a minute and a half.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids. And they perform some miraculous functions in the body, and we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
Wow. Kathy, back to you. I think you're muted out, Kathy.
I was saying wow backwards. I mean, that's amazing to me, because you think about surgery. Sterile surgery is supposed to keep you from infection, which is huge. And he's saying that the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is going to save more lives than that. That's it. That's a mic drop, but we do have more. So go on, Melissa. Wakanna is the crown jewel of CBD. And so we want to share a little bit
what
more
if the
about
life
us
you've
with you.
always imagined was within your reach? Imagine the rare opportunity to be positioned in front of an industry that still has a product just like water every human being on the planet needs to maintain itself, but yet still in its infancy, virtually unknown to most of the world. An opportunity that until now has been unattainable for the masses. Cannabidiol, also known as CBD, is a natural concentrate found in different strains of the cannabis plant. Unlike THC, the most common cannabinoid found in the marijuana plant, CBD is non-psychotropic and therefore doesn't cause the euphoric high. The CDC reported that more than 50 million Americans deal with chronic pain on a daily basis. This pain epidemic has led to the overprescribing of opioids. They represent 67% of all medications prescribed. Opioids were never meant for long-term use, and now the statistics show on average 130 people per day are dying from them. Although it was federally illegal and classified as more dangerous than opioids, recently the 2018 Farm Bill has declassified industrial hemp with less than 0.3% THC, making it federally legal in all 50 states. Hemp is a plant that has been cultivated for more than 10,000 years. CBD is the most common cannabinoid in the hemp plant. Our first Bible and US flag were made from it. Now we see hempcrete, which is already in use to build toxic-free and safe houses that are flame and pest resistant. Just listen to what this administrative law judge reported. Nearly all medicines have toxic, potentially lethal effects, but marijuana is not such a substance. There is no record in the extensive medical literature describing a proven documented cannabis-induced fatality. Judge Francis L. Young. Forbes recently published an article that stated 51% of seniors who tried CBD oil reported an improved quality of life. Rolling Stone magazine hails CBD as the unexpected star of legalized pot. Experts predict that over the next few years, the average household will spend more than $700 a month on cannabis-derived products. This demand will push legal sales of CBD alone to more than $22 billion by the year 2022. The total cannabis industry over the next few years could exceed more than $100 billion. This emerging industry is viewed as the modern-day equivalent of the opportunity Silicon Valley represented decades ago. In fact, one of the most prestigious Ivy League schools, Wharton School of Business, just formed a Wharton Cannabis Business Club. Experts believe this will be the greatest transformation of wealth in our lifetime. In addition to creating more than 1 million jobs, the industry will create numerous opportunities. It is reported that 1 out of 3 women are interested in getting involved in the cannabis industry. Our interests range from careers and businesses to personal use for skincare, better sex, and cannabis-infused dining experiences. In fact, more than 90% of women were interested in learning how to use cannabis for medicinal purposes. CBD and medical marijuana is the path to unlocking health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Our company is Wakanna, and we launched on April 20th, 2019 by 4 African American women who have had tremendous success in business and throughout their corporate careers with over $100 million of combined sales. Millions of minorities' lives have been destroyed because of marijuana. Over the last 18 months, these ladies have helped create a multi-million-dollar cannabis company, assisting over 5,000 minorities to join the industry. Let our team of experts help you move into the legal space as an entrepreneur, cannabis chef, formulator, and/or investor. The opportunities in this space are unlimited. Nothing is growing faster than cannabis. More than 60 stocks soared past 1,000%, and one grew 130,000. Cannabis is going mainstream, with CVS and Walgreens jumping in the CBD space, along with well-known wealthy businessmen and politicians owning the majority of the marijuana farms and dispensaries. Did you know that a marijuana dispensary could cost you millions of dollars? Learn how you can bypass the red tape meant to keep minorities out of this industry. We can show you how to launch a business with CBD-infused drinks and edibles, focusing on the hottest trends in the cannabis industry with the biggest returns. Ask about our pathway to ownership that allows the average person to get involved as an owner. We provide opportunities to create generational wealth. Imagine being on the ground floor of a company that is destined to make a global impact around the world. We are Wakanna, what you've imagined.
I think you're muted, Kathy.
I just get so excited. I just start talking. Every time I hear that we are Wakanna, what you've imagined, it just makes me smile because we're more than a company. We're a movement with a vision. Actually, that vision is we exist to end the negative stigma that's caused communities around the world to suffer and to lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission is to be a catalyst, to stir that movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, to evoke their courage and the strength for our people to take back health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. You know, it's just really great to be associated with a company that's on the forefront of the trend. See, in 2014, CBD became legal everywhere, but it had some restrictions. In 2018, that farm bill lifted restrictions. That's why you begin to see CBD all over the place. Go ahead. And you see the industry is booming. We've actually moved from illegal to essential. I mean, Rolling Stone is writing about it. And looking at the revenue of this industry has gone in the billions from 2019, just over $5 billion, to 2024, looking at over $20 billion. That's rapid growth. And our opportunity with Wakanna is huge. I mean, last year we did over a few $1 million, just over $2 million. This year, with the same kind of pace, we're looking at $5 million in revenue. And in just one more year, we continue up this pace, we'll be at the $20 million level. So this is truly a ground floor opportunity. So what is CBD? It's actually cannabidiol. That's what CBD stands for. It's a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. And out of the more than 85 different cannabinoids, it's the second most prevalent. It's next to delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. That's THC. That's what normally gets you high. That's what people associate with cannabis. But unlike THC, CBD doesn't get you high. It's actually the health without the high. And our products, Wakanna's products, are third-party tested, fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture, and grown in accordance with the 2018 Farm Bill Section 7606. So it's all about learning and unlearning. You see, the ingredient THC, as I mentioned to you before, is going to give you that high psychoactive effects. It stimulates the pleasure center in the brain, and it gives a higher than normal level of dopamine. So it does create that high. CBD is non-intoxicating. Its centers of the brain that it receptors are with, it regulates pain, perception, um, anxiety, nausea, and so much more. Actual medical applications are for anti-inflammatory and pain relief. So here's a chart that really shows why marijuana can get, why CBD against marijuana can give you some of those benefits that people often associate with just medical marijuana. If you'll notice, THC does give you some reduction in pain and nausea and vomiting, but when you look at the column that has CBD in it, those benefits far outweigh the THC component. So the reason why CBD works so well for so many different people on so many different levels is because we have this system in our body, as Dr. Allen mentioned, the endocannabinoid system. You see, there's receptors that are looking for CBD to plug it in, turn it on. Those receptors are all over your body, your skin, your heart, your teeth, your stomach, your bowels, your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, your eyes. I mean, you can see how this can assist somebody with all different types of conditions. And this is an example of our product line. As the crown jewel of CBD, we give you different ways of delivery to get CBD in or on your body, to be able to incorporate that, either in our culinary or using our hand sanitizer and surface sanitizer, or our first defense line, which assists in boosting your immune system, our essential oils line, which works synergistically together and individually are powerful, our power relief line in both liquid and in topical, a cream. We have our tinctures. Those are the drops that go under your tongue. You hold them for 60 seconds to allow absorption into your glands. We have our immune defense tea, obviously, to help boost that immune system. Then there's our yummy gummies. Oh my goodness. We have the best gummies. And then we have our flour. You can get that in pre-roll joints or in raw flour that you can roll yourself. This is our culinary line, which allows you to infuse CBD in everything that you're eating, from our spices to our oil to our fantastic Wakanna butter. We also have that essential oil line that I mentioned to you. Black seed, eucalyptus, peppermint, and tea tree oil individually are awesome in helping you to increase your health, but they work great together. This is our disclaimer. So we have, if you deal with drug screens, you're going to want to deal with our line of products that has the 0.0% THC in there. That would be our pure line or our white label line. Our power line does have the 0.3% THC, so if you are subject to random drug screens, you're gonna want to stay away from that. That's our full spectrum. Again, our smokable hemp ban not ours. There is a smokable hemp ban in Louisiana, North Carolina, Kentucky, Indiana, as of August 2nd, the state of Texas. So just know that unless you're under that ban, you do have to be over 21 years old. Our products do work, and you can visit our website to read about real results from real people. Our products are doctor recommended. This is our panel of doctors, ranging from our Dr. Rita McGuire, who's a board certified OB-GYN, to our psychologist, our pharmacist, as well as our chiropractor, our general practitioner, and our clinical psychologist. So we have a full line of doctors and professionals that are recommending our products. So why shop Wakanna? We provide premium products at affordable prices, a 30-day money-back guarantee with third-party testing. That's full panel testing at that. We provide high-quality organically grown products, and we give back to our communities. So, without any further ado, I want to bring up the expert to talk about today's subject, the hair loss epidemic. Doris Mosley is a cosmetologist and trichologist with over 46 years of experience. She's an icon in the industry, a highly sought after trainer in the industry. She's absolutely the expert. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Doris Mosley from Los Angeles, California.
Thank you, Kathy, and thank each and every one of you guys that are on this panel today. Just some awesomeness, as they said. As Melissa says it, I just want to say, everybody that's on this line today, we're dealing with time. And I am so excited that you took out of your time to join us, because time is something that you can absolutely not get back. But we're going to share with you today about hair loss and hair restoration, because the one thing about this industry right now, in our beauty industry, hair loss is at an epidemic. Now, we're dealing with a pandemic, but hair loss is at an epidemic. There's over 100 million people losing their hair. 55% of them are said to be men, 45% said to be women, and children are now, unfortunately, is being reported. And we're in a time now where it's a lot of stress. But Wakanna has gotten to the root of the problem and has knocked it out of the park. And boy, we are excited about that. And we were born with over 5 million follicles over the entire body, and at least 100,000 plus made it to the head. Hemp-powered hair, it stimulates and promotes healthy scalp and hair. The follicle is what houses the strand, and it nourishes the strand. And hair grows through 3 phases. That's the anagen phase, the telogen phase, and the catagen and the catagen and the telogen I'm going to share with you. But we know that when it comes to hair, everybody who has hair can be a product of this product called hemp-powered hair. No matter what nationality, no matter what gender, no matter where you are in the world, if you have hair, whether you're a man, woman, black, white, brown, yellow, whatever, we're dealing with hair and the follicles. And as you see, we have testimonials right here in your face. The man on the left, you see how he was starting to thin out? Now look with hemp-powered hair, look at the picture on the right. The same way with the men. The men have beards now, and they're very popular today. And they don't want those little thin beards. They want their beards to be thick. But if the follicle is still alive, they're applying the hemp-powered hair to that, and look what's happening. And they are very excited because they actually thought this was for women, because we do focus a lot on the women, but no, it's for everybody, everybody. And today we're not going to do a live model, which you have been watching me do for the last few weeks, but next week, join in, because when we're dealing with hair loss, we're dealing with, an epidemic. And the follicle, if the follicle is still there, then the chances are that your hair will return. Now, when I said the anagen, the catagen, and telogen phase, just let me share that with you. The anagen phase is where the hair is actually growing. It stays in that phase for at least 2 to 6 years. Then it transitions over to the catagen phase, which is the resting phase. It stays there about 5 months. And then it goes into the telogen phase, which is the rest and fallout. Now, if you're losing hair in the anagen phase, then you're actually losing hair. But because the blood supply there should be very strong, and that is actually where the strand gets its nourishment from, because the follicle houses that strand. Then when it transitions over to the catagen phase, it starts to lose that blood supply. Then it goes into the telogen phase, and it lost, all that is gone, the strand is gone. But this is happening simultaneously. See, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to lose it today, it's going to, come back tomorrow. No, it's happening simultaneously. But if you have excessive hair loss in the telogen phase, that's a challenge, that's a problem. That means that there's telogen effluvium. You see excessive hair on the shoulder. You see excessive hair in the sink or in the shampoo bowl when you go to a professional to get your hair shampooed. I always say to clients, always look in that shampoo bowl before you lie down to make sure there's no hair in the bowl. And after, look again to see how much hair came out of your head during the shampoo process, because you lose at least 50 to 100 strands a day. Now, if you're in one of those stationary hairstyles, meaning that you may have a weave, meaning that you have hair that's attached to a braid, that means that for 2 months, possibly, and you should only leave a weave up for 2 months, that you that hair still came off. 50 to 100 strands still came out. And when you take it down, I always stress, comb it from the ends to the scalp. But if you have not been a hemp-powered hair client, that's a good chance that you have lost excessive amount. I noticed that the ones who are using hemp-powered hair during the process of wearing their weave, they have less, and I showed that on camera last week, you have less hair being removed because hemp-powered hair works with the follicle. That's why it's so important that you make sure you deep cleanse those pores. Skin is the largest organ of elimination, but if you're not getting the waste out, that means you're clogging the pores, and eventually you're going to have some challenges there called folliculitis. Now, wherever there's itis, there's illness. So you want to make sure you are cleansing those pores really well so you can get out the natural sebum, which each strand of hair is attached to a sebaceous gland, and that sebaceous gland secretes sebum. That's the natural oil. You want to get all that natural out. It helps also. And then our hemp-powered hair have a great chance of getting in to the follicle to support the follicle health. Because in our hemp-powered hair, we have over 13 certified oils, organic, that has been blended together. And when I tell you, Wakanna really did their homework with this one, because they went and got oils that works together to help restore the hair. And that is so important, very important. We have, for instance, rosemary. Rosemary is an oil that, and we're going to get into DHT, but we're not going to get into it today because I want to really go into in depth what DHT is all about, but it's not a good thing. So rosemary is a natural DHT blocker. Guess what? Wakanna knew that. So they put that within hemp-powered hair. Then we have black seed oil. Black seed oil is an oil that helps get rid of the itchy scalp. And a lot of us deals with that itchy, dry, itchy scalp. So now we have black seed oil in there to help with the itchy, dry scalp. And then we have moringa. Moringa is one of those oils that help with the overall health of the body. And you gotta have, well, you should have a healthy body, because hair is a barometer of the body. It lets you know something is going on. Somebody said, well, I'm losing a lot of hair. I said, well, I'd really rather lose hair than lose a heart. So if you're losing excessive amount of hair, something is not going right. So that's why we have CBD oil inside of our hemp-powered hair, because CBD oil brings the body back into balance. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. If you say, well, Doris, I have healthy hair, I don't really need hemp-powered hair. My answer back to you is, yes, you do. You need it because you want to stay ahead of it. As we age, sometimes that started to happen before we want it to happen. We start losing hair. So we want to, everybody should be using hemp-powered hair at this point. Everybody. Wakanna did the homework. Now you just have to do the extra work by just using it. It's very simple to use. When you use hemp-powered hair, you want to make sure that you drop the drops in the area where you're being challenged. Do not let the dropper touch your hair or your scalp. Open it up and drop it in and gently massage it in. When you gently massage it in, you want to make sure it's not a vigorously massage, because friction causes breakage. Then you want to apply it under the tongue. Under the tongue, 6 drops. And Dr. Rita always says, start slow. 6 drops in the morning and 6 at night. And in the morning, you put them under your tongue and you wait for about 60 seconds before you swallow. Now at night, when I use it, I just put it under my tongue and just go on and relax on off to sleep, and then just let it do its own thing. Eventually, you know you're going to swallow it. But it is important that you use it the way it's said to be used, because it's been tried and tested. I am a product of the product. I had lost my hair in the top, And I was very nervous about that because here I am talking about hair restoration and I'm losing mine. What was the answer? Wakanna. I'm so excited that I got into this product because now my hair is totally back and I'm choosing right now to wear it short by my own choosing. And that's the thing about it. You can choose to wear your hair in whatever style you want to wear it in. But if you have the hemp powered hair, using it, whether you are losing it or not, you want to use it now. Get started now to get ahead of it. And you want to make sure you're eating well too. That's another thing. Diet plays a very important part in hair restoration. You want to keep your body in an alkaline state. So many of us have an acidic body. And when you have an acidic body, it is setting itself for disease. So we want to not do that. And next week, we're going to have a live model because we have so many choices of hairstyles now. So we're going to deal with wigs and hemp-powered hair. Wigs. And today wigs seem to be the choice that a lot of us are wearing now, are wigs. But let me tell you, we want to make sure that we are properly cleansing that scalp, using our hemp-powered hair, and making sure that we remain in a healthy state. And the hemp-powered hair for the hair, wow. And it doesn't matter. Men, please, you can use it too. On your face, anywhere there's hair. Anywhere there's a follicle, you could use it. I said use it on your pets too, because they have hair, they have a follicle, and that's important. So I am so excited to be a part of Wakanna so I can share with you how we can maintain healthy hair and how we must get back into taking care of our own hair, regardless of what else we're doing to it. The number one thing is to make sure we can take care of our own, so when we get tired of doing the options, we can go back to our own hair. Back to you, Melissa.
Wow, Doris. Oh my goodness. You are just so amazing. And I know you're in the midst of a move right now. So I appreciate you. She's literally transitioning, they're moving, and she jumped on to give us everything. And that was so powerful. So I wanted to say we appreciate you for that. And thank you so much for all that you do. And I want to give you guys a quick testimonial from two perspectives. One of them, let me just do 1 second real quick. Let's see if I can change. Kathy, can you help me change the spotlight real quick? It's not letting me do it, so I'll let you do it, Kathy. Okay, so I'm gonna give a quick testimonial from my experience. You know, Doris is the expert. I mean, as a trichologist, this is what she does for a living. And as she said, she was challenged. And so when I first started using the oils, in fact, Kathy, I don't know why it's going back again, but when I first started using the oils, when we were working together, 3 years ago, we didn't have a hair product, okay? All we had were oils. And I didn't know they were going to grow my hair because that wasn't my goal. I was not thinking it was going to grow my hair because I was wearing a weave. So I wasn't looking to grow my hair because my weave was giving me what I needed, okay? And so my hair outgrew my weave in a matter of probably like 6 to 8 weeks. I was one of those people, I guess, blessed to get the rapid side of it. For everybody, it happens differently. But my hairstylist literally had to point out to me that I need to stop wearing this weave because your hair was not only longer than the weave, but I was getting my thickness back. And so I'm here to tell you I no longer sport a weave. I'm excited about this product, Doris. And I have a testimonial to share also from my son. My son called me up. He says, Mom, he says, I really wish I would have took my before pictures. He was wearing, I guess, locks, and he had to take them out because his hair was actually starting to break. It was starting to thin. And he was like, oh my goodness, his hairline literally moved back. And so he started using the product, not thinking that it was really going to work, because a lot of times we just don't think it's going to work for us. And he called me, he says, Mom, do you know my hairline is coming back? He says, oh my goodness. He says, I should have took pictures at the beginning. I said, well, take them now because you're still working in progress. So he went ahead and took all the pictures because this is just a product that works. And I just think the validation you give is everything, Doris. So thank you for what you do. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to give away some product, guys. In fact, I want to also announce that we have a limited edition of our hemp-powered hair that's going to be available for maybe a few weeks. We'll see how fast it sells, but we have one that actually has more CBD in it. And so you're going to be able to use less of it. So it's going to be very economical. In fact, Doris, this is going to blow you away. It's limited edition. If you don't get it, you're going to miss out. And it starts today. So if you buy it today, it's actually going to be the same price. Tomorrow it'll be a little bit higher. So you're going to be able to get 8 times the amount of CBD, Doris, for the same price. So 800.
Wow.
Okay. So y'all better get online. Y'all better buy it today. We might be sold out by the end of the week. I don't know. It's, like I said, it's a limited edition. We're going to just, Kathy's clapping, everybody's clapping, right? And so you guys are hearing about this first. Nobody else knows.
I'm on my way to order.
I know. So that's today at the same price. Tomorrow it'll be a little bit higher, okay? And so with that being said, we're going to actually give away some product. We're going to give away a bottle of hemp-powered hair, and we're going to give away some gummies. And then, so I'm going to talk about another before and after picture as it relates to hairline being restored. I didn't really understand this testimonial until I talked to my son, and I realized how our hairlines can get pushed back, even in our beards. And so he actually had went through cancer and chemotherapy. So his hairline literally came back after using this product on his beard, which means it became a much fuller and thicker beard. And that, again, it just shows you the power of when you give your body what it needs. And so this is just another powerful example of hemp-powered hair. And the other thing I want to do is I want to go back real quick and talk about this gentleman. You know, we know him personally. He is just an amazing young man. In fact, he's in his 20s. And can you imagine when you start losing your hair, actually at the age of 19, he started losing his hair. And he pretty much thought he was going to have to just wear it short. He just never thought he was going to be able to wear it, you know, long again. And so this is true story of just his experience on our product, and was able to grow not only his hair back thicker and longer and get rid of that clean, you know, shave, because now the hair was coming back, and it also happened on his beard. And so we know that this product is powerful, but we know that individual results will vary. So just know you got to give it time, be patient. And for some people, it will work much faster than others. And so let's get to the giveaway. And so this is available if we have any guests that are on the line, which I know we do, because I see that there's lots of you that have poured on the line. And so we're going to give away the first prize that I want to give away. It's going to be a 4-pack of our gummies. You can either get the power gummies with THC or the broad spectrum gummies without the THC. And so anyone who wins, we're going to write your name down, and you're going to send an email to support@Wakanna, okay? So here we go. Hopefully you paid close attention. So the first question is, what are the 2 parts of the hair Doris described? What are the 2 parts? Let's see if we have any answers. Let's see if anyone gets this one. I tell you what, anybody know the answer to this? Okay, that's phases. So the hair coach is talking about the phases. So you were paying definite attention to the phases of it. That's one of them, right? But she described some part. Okay, telogen and anagen. And well, here's the question, Doris. Since I don't know if in this particular presentation, I'm pretty sure you taled about the shaft. Did you talk about it?
Not in this one.
So you didn't talk about it. So guess what?
Could I just give them the answer, and then you could go to something to?
You can give them the answer, and then we're going to go to the very next one.
Okay, the answer to this question is actually the shaft and the root. A lot of people confuse the two. They say, I want you to press my roots. I want you to color my roots. The roots are beneath the scalp, and the shaft is above the scalp. So it's 2 parts to hair: root beneath, shaft above.
And for those who answered the phases, great job for paying attention, because she did talk about the phases.
Exactly.
Yes. So what we'll do then is, since we do have a couple people that, let me look at the answers for that one second. Let's see, Doris, I want you to look at the answers. We have telogen and anagen. Those are 2 of the phases. Somebody else said anagen, which is definitely one of the phases. So Doris, it's going to be your call. What do you want to do with the answer? You want to go ahead and give away a product?
Yes. No, someone said 2 of them, but it's 3 phases: anagen, catagen, and telogen. Someone did say the 2. So
okay.
They were listening.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay.
The one that got the 2 should get it.
That's like, so somebody has catagen and anagen, and somebody has telogen and anagen. So that, I think both of you should get it, right? Because I think
Yeah.
both of them did too, huh?
That's good because they were definitely on board.
Okay, so we're gonna give you both the free gummies today, okay? You're both winners, okay? We're so excited. So what you need to do is send that email to, let me put the email here, support@wakanna.com. Here we go. There we go. So support@Wakanna. Now what I need you to do is drop your name in the box, because when customer service sees your email, they're gonna look to see if your name matches up. So just drop your first name, drop your last name, and we will get you those gummies, okay? Thank you so much. Oh, Angela Nash, hey, that must be Phyllis's cousin. And we have Perdita Hargett. Okay, well, Angela Nash, the hair coach. We got the hair coach on, so shout out to the hair coach, and shout out to Perdita Hargett as well. We want to congratulate our winners. We are so excited for both of you, and thank you for your participation. So the next question, so get ready guys. So this one I can tell you was definitely mentioned in the presentation. So hopefully you guys paid attention to this part, but you're gonna win a free bottle of our hemp-powered hair, okay? So you're gonna get a free bottle, okay? So here we go. How many follicles are all over the entire body? So Doris, I'll let you pick the right answer, but let's see if anybody answers this correctly. How many follicles?
Okay, Perdita. She has it.
She has it? Okay, so Perdita, hey, congratulations.
She got it.
And then, yep, so 5 million, but looks like Perdita was first. So we are going to give that bottle of hemp-powered hair to Perdita Hargett. But congratulations to everybody who responded. Thank you, Mom Mitchell. She also responded with the right answer. So good job. Yay. Thank you, Doris, for your expertise. We love you.
See you guys next Monday. You guys make sure you invite on the line. We're going to deal with wigs and hemp-powered hair.
Yes, and there's another question, guys. So hemp-powered hair stimulates the follicles and promotes healthy hair. Was that true or false? Anybody know the answer to that? Let's see here what we got. True or false? True or false? Tamiko, yes.
Tamiko, yes.
Oh, good job, Tamiko. So you snuck in there with us, and guess what we're going to give you, Tamiko Banks? We're giving you some of our gummies, okay? So again, and it looks like the hair coach will be back on Monday. Wonderful, guys. Bring back all your clients, all your hairstylists. They need to learn this. So Tamiko Banks, you send that email to support@Wakanna, and you earned a 4-pack gummies. Anyone that won the gummies, you get to pick power or pure. Just say power or pure. Power is with THC, pure is without the THC. So let them know, so they will mail you out the right gummies to your house, okay? So thank you. And so in closing, I'm gonna give you a few party theme ideas, and then I'm gonna talk about the 3 types of people that we know are on the line, okay? And so themes, what kind of chef, okay? If you love to cook, well, guess what? We can show you how to infuse your culinary recipes and take it up a notch. In fact, tonight, we actually have another party at 8 o'clock Central. You can join us then. We're gonna infuse something called the Wakanna Mama Cocktail. It's gonna be so much fun. And so, but if you are under the age of legal drinking, do not drink, never drink and drive, and never drink excessively, okay? So with Wakanna, we do a lot of fun things. On Fridays, we typically have dozens of these parties happening at the same time, because we do happy hours where we can actually infuse the product into a drink. And here's what's exciting. Doris talked about the fact that, yes, we need to take care of our follicles, but we also need to take care of our body. And the great thing about CBD, it helps to bring the body back into balance. Think about all the hairstylists who are working with their hands, they're on their feet. Can you imagine putting some of the CBD topical on the ball of your feet? And just think about the difference your experience will be when you're going to be working and not have that pain that often happens. And so happy hours are a great way to share all these great little nuggets. You can infuse some brownies. Now, when we say infuse, use healthy ingredients, okay? We love to use even black beans in our brownies. And so there's fun ways you can put zucchini, and then you can put something like monk fruit so that you can make a treat, but make it healthy. And then you put the CBD in it to take it up a notch. We can do wine down Wednesdays. Many of us have made sangria and infused our CBD, which is so delicious. You can do our champagne gummies. So for those of you who won the gummies, you can let those gummies soak in a little bit of champagne, and oh my goodness, make sure you take this at night, because it's gonna really take that sleep to the next level. It's It's gonna make you feel relaxed. It's gonna make you feel good. And so we also include the invitations and scripts. In fact, here's some examples. We put the work in to do this for you so that you just have to now have your event. And we even help you with your event. So you can do the hair parties, as Doris said. We have different types of hair models from all nationalities, all types of hair textures. You let us know what you want and we will deliver. And so here's another example of a virtual hair party. We do our virtual jam parties where we party to music that we play via Zoom, and we share information about CBD, plants over pills. This is a popular one. We know right now more than ever, people are looking for holistic alternatives. We do our puff parties. These are so much fun. We call it puff, but no pass, okay? And then we do education parties. These are all done virtually via the comfort of your home, a way to send and share education, a way to keep everyone safe through social distancing. What I will let you know is we do offer 20 plus products that are under $50. We have another 10 plus products that are under $20. So our products are affordable. Now this coupon code actually expires tonight at midnight, so you better use it now. You can actually save 10%. It's SAVE10. Normally to get free shipping, you need to spend $50 or $75, but right now due to the pandemic, with a $50 order, we will ship it to your door free of charge. How cool is that? And so at this point, when we host these parties, there's always 3 types of people. Person number 1, you showed up on this line for support. And if you just came to support, or perhaps you want to learn more about being a customer, just remember that you are a person number 1, and we need you to remember your number. The next person is the person that listened and said, hey, wait a minute, a party, I can do this. We actually get paid to party. And if you want to get paid to party, paid to share information, earn free products, you're what we call a person number 2. And then the final person is the person who says, wait a minute, I smell opportunity. When we know that hair loss is epidemic, stress right now is at epidemic levels, anxiety is at epidemic levels, insomnia, and knowing that CBD can bring so much relief to people all across the world, you know that you're at the right place at the right time with an exciting company that's breaking records. You are a person number 3, and we just need you to remember your number. And so with that said, get back with the person who invited you on the line. Perhaps you're gonna have questions. You can get those questions answered. And with that said, we're gonna allow anyone, if you do have questions, you can definitely ask some questions while we have Doris on the line. And if no questions, we're gonna conclude the call. So let's see real quick if there's anyone out there with some questions before we conclude the call. Let's see here. One moment, let's look here. Looks like everyone's congratulating the winners. Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations, all of our winners. Any questions for Doris before we conclude the call? Please address ringworm and hair loss. That is a good one. Yes, go to support@Wakanna to me. Go, you got it. Send that email in, let them know your name, tell them you won a 4-pack of gummies on our hair virtual party. So if Doris, are you still there, Doris? You might be muted out, Doris. And Doris might have had to leave, guys, because she is in the midst of moving. So any questions we get this week, we'll save them for next week if she doesn't unmute. Let's see. Doris? Yeah, it looks like she's in the midst of her move. So we will talk about ringworm and hair loss because that is an excellent question. So we thank you for submitting that question. Wonderful. And with that said, guys, it looks like it's a wrap because we've lost our expert. She's out there getting her stuff moved and getting things in order. Bye-bye for now.